Hi.
Hey, how's it going? You got Preflight and Sparty here. Todd Uriah, aka Jake, is currently upstairs getting Doritos. So we're not going to have a quote of the day for this video.
We didn't have one for last. That's probably not going to ever happen again.
No.
I apologize if anyone.
So if anyone really enjoyed that, we're sorry, but it's probably not going to happen.
Honestly, I have to. So our video today is normal, and I'm going to be completely honest. I'm more excited to say my honorable mentions than I am my top 5.
Oh yeah,
there's
so
some honorable
many
mentions that
normal
none of
types
you will have. That I'm so excited.
I have a really good honorable mention. You're gonna love it.
Oh yeah, Audino. Yeah, fuck you.
All right. So
Kev, if you have him on your list,
oh my
I will
God,
slit
you
your
calm
throat.
your fucking tits.
Okay.
We have to be a little bit more quieter than usual because Ian's parents complained about the last time we recorded.
Right.
So.
And I'm sure your eardrums did too.
And Jake was being an ass.
Jake, you're being an ass.
Alright,
Okay.
Ian, you start with normal.
I start with normal. Now, I've been conflicting basically since this video who my number 5 should be. It's gone back and forth between a bunch of different types of Pokemon, actually. But I finally said...
There's so many normal types.
There are... and it's probably... I think other than Water has the most. But I finally settled on Ursaring. Ursaring always enamored me because
I like that
he does a lot of things with the moon. Like he's got the circle, and all of his cards depict him like staring at the moon.
So many cards I feel like have dark.
Yes, a lot darker Ursarings. Teddy Ursa is supposed to be like obviously a teddy bear, but then when Ursaring grows up, he still kind of looks like a teddy bear, but at the same time, it's like...
But I wouldn't want to hug that teddy bear.
No.
I'm sorry.
Ursaring just looks like a grown-up guy who lives in a trailer of Teddy Ursa, and it's like, all right, time to go to my shitty job, and like, oh wait, I forgot, I can kick your ass. Like, Ursaring is fantastic. There's just the mean look on his face just makes you think, all right, I won't talk to you. Sorry, my bad.
sorry for accidentally running into you.
I feel like if I went up and said, "Hey, Ursaring," you'd be like, "What do you want, jerk?" You'd be like, "All right, dude."
Sorry, bro.
Like Ursaring has that amount of badass that I feel like no other Pokemon knows how to put out except maybe. I don't know. Like you have to have a distinct frown on your face.
Sneasel gets pretty close.
Was it Ursaring that? Could you catch Ursaring in Gold and Silver?
You can catch Teddy Ursa.
Yeah, you can catch Teddy Ursa.
I don't think you can catch an Ursaring.
Ursaring you can catch in Mount Silver, right? Over by that area?
You might be able
That's
to.
what I thought.
I think you can catch Rapidash. I don't know why I know. You can catch Ponytown Rapidash in weird places. But anyways, we already did Fire.
I don't think we really talked about that.
Well, good.
I like Ponytown Rapidash is a unicorn. Fuck
Ursaring, it's very hard to find that kind of just facial expression on a Pokemon that's that much badass. And not to mention that he's like a towering beast that basically looks like a wrestler. It looks like he would be a wrestler. He'd have a mask on and everything. I really like him. I like his design. And although a lot of people may say that he's bland, I think the whole thing that maybe he's somehow depicted to the moon because of his circle and all that stuff, that gives him some sort of mystique that I tend to like. So Ursaring is my number 5.
And you don't see a lot of badass normal types.
That's true. A lot of normal types are mostly used as defensive just beasts, whether it be special defensive or regular defensive.
They're only weak against fighting.
Yeah. So either they're regularly defensive or special defensive for other types. And Ursaring actually can deal some damage. So I like Ursaring as my number 5. Go ahead, Kev.
Right. My number 5 is an adorable Pokemon that rhymes with ferret.
Okay. Look, I'm just gonna kill you if you have Audino. I'm just saying.
I don't have.
All right.
Kev, I'm gonna take this Dorito chip, and I don't know how.
Kev, I'm not.
I'm gonna take this Dorito chip, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna slice your throat.
Okay.
Okay. Don't.
My number 5 is ferret.
Nice. That doesn't rhyme with ferret.
Wow.
That's what I care about. Kev, I gotta agree with you. You just took away one of my honorable mentions. I love ferret.
I told you you didn't have all the...
Especially ferret soccer. On Stadium 2?
That's like soccer, dude.
I love
Headball.
Furt.
Whatever you want to call it.
I'm not a huge fan of Centret, but
I
I
like Centret.
love.
Me neither. I don't like
I
Centret that much.
adore Furt.
I'm alone on that, huh?
He is adorable.
Furt, like, makes me think that, like, somehow in that like cuteness is a heart of evil, and he will somehow kick your ass.
And he'll fling a talk orb at you.
It's true. Well, Linoon's better at that, but
Whatever.
No, I hate Linoon.
Oh my god.
oh, he's taking away one of my other freaking honorable mention.
Linoon's Gen 3, right?
Yeah.
I love Linoon.
I'm not a big fan of Linoon.
I like Zigzagoon.
He's
I cannot stand Zigzagoon. Most common annoying Pokemon.
I like Zigzagoon more than Centret, but I
really?
like
'Cause I think
Furret
that's
more.
Rattata, but that's just me.
As I said, I like Zigzagoon more than I like Centret, but I like Furret more than I like Linoon.
Here's the thing. They always bring back Rattata, Zigzagoon, and Bidoof. They don't bring back Centret at all, and it makes me upset because it's like,
I
how
agree.
badass would it be to have a Furret in Gen 5?
That would be really cool.
Because, you know, you'd
I
be
agree.
fighting the final guy, whoever it is, don't tell me, in the
Yeah.
Elite Four. And you're like, and he's like, ha ha ha, here comes my, what type is he? What's his best Pokemon?
It depends on which gen you're playing, on which one you're playing.
Just, what's one of his Pokemon?
Well, for
The final guy. Just tell me.
For which game? Like 2 or
I
the
don't care.
original?
I don't care.
In 2, one of them is there's a lot of dragons.
Okay, so like Haxorus?
Yeah.
Is it Lance?
So this guy's like
Ah.
comes out and is like, ha ha ha, here comes my Haxorus. You're like, Furret? Like, what? The guy would be like stunned. Like, what is this thing gonna do to me?
And it's
then
like normal type,
watch
it's neutral, bro.
watch him do like Ice Punch and knock out. Like, Furret's awesome.
I like Furret a lot, and that's why he is my number 5.
Now, Furret goes along with like Rattata, Raticate, Zigzagoon, Linoon, Bidoof, Bibarel, and Patrat, Watchog. They all go together. I think.
Now,
honestly,
those are 2 stupid Pokemon right there.
Let's,
honestly,
calm down.
I think Furret is probably maybe not my favorite. but
Furret is definitely
up
the
there.
best out
I
of
think Linoon's probably my favorite, but then Furret
I can
out of
understand
those
that.
guys.
Like, I like Furret more than I like Linoon, but...
Why the hell is Bibarel water? You just ruined it for
Well, I
everyone.
mean, he's a beaver, so
I
I
know,
guess that
but-
kind of makes sense.
Then don't make him that signature normal type
Who?
you get in the game.
What are we talking about?
Bibarrel.
Oh, yeah.
Bible. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Jake.
All right, you're number 5, Jake.
Okay, my number 5 is Kangaskhan.
Son of a fucking bitch.
And
Is that one of your honorable mentions, or...?
similar, you know, here's my thing. Kangaskhan is a lot like Nidoking, Nidoqueen, and Rhydon. I think Kangaskhan is a very different Pokemon. Only thing I was a little upset with Kangaskhan is that he doesn't have a first evolution form.
Which he obviously should, because he has a child
Right,
in his pouch.
and I think that...
No, it's just fused with him. Part of baby.
And
Oh,
I
really?
think that
First fusion
Kangaskhan
Pokemon.
should have someone to evolve into. One thing I really do like about Kangaskhan, and I
It's a
really
growth.
love this attack, Dizzy Punch.
I do like this.
And I think that was only on Stadium,
It's so annoying.
right?
It's around, but like you don't.
Yeah.
Nobody uses Dizzy Punch.
Well, Kangaskhan's a good Pokemon, and when I first got his card, I was really pumped up about that. Because I never got a holographic card of him. I only had the regular star. But I just thought that, Kangaskhan was so rare, and the fact that he has his own area, like the Safari Zone, like, that is Kangaskhan. Like, when you say Safari Zone, the first person that pops in your head is
Say
Kangaskhan,
that.
or... Alright, Kev, don't be a Jew.
Just saying.
And there goes our Jewish watchers.
Yeah.
I love Jews. I'm
we
just
lost
kidding.
homosexuals last video.
All right.
last
All right.
video recording, so.
But no, Kangaskhan is it's a good Pokemon. I
I
like
think
it.
it's Dratini when I think of Spider.
Really?
Just because that's
The
one
only place where
Pokemon.
you.
It's
Where
the
you
only
like-
one I want.
Yeah.
It's like, oh boy, Execute.
You ever watched the
Oh,
Kangaskhan
yeah.
Kid?
Yeah.
Tommy.
Oh,
Tommy!
Yeah. Nidorino, yeah.
You're such good parents.
The hell is Dratini?
How do you lose your fucking child?
I know.
Anyways.
All right.
Kangaskhan number 5. Ian?
Our number 4 is fucking Kangaskhan.
Really?
Yeah. Whoop-de fucking do. Anyways,
Alright.
I'd like to mention a couple other things about Kangaskhan. first of all, in Pokemon Snap, he's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's so funny. How you hit him and he just sits there and yells at you. He can't.
He's so
it's like,
mad.
why doesn't he just come up to the 0-1
And just kick
and
it.
fucking rape you? No, he sits there and just yells at you, and it's hilarious. Dances like he just looks like a mess. The other thing is, I know he's supposed to be a combination of like a kangaroo and like Genghis Khan, like the ancient Mongolian person. Like,
Mongolian.
I don't know if he's Mongolian.
No, you're right.
I am. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a shock.
Wow.
The thing is, like,
Shout out to Mrs. P.
Why would you name a Pokemon after an ancient, like,
Warlord?
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say dictator, but warlord works.
Well,
Like,
he wasn't really a dictator.
He's like the
per se.
only historical Pokemon. I think that's unique, and it's like they never did it again. But it's like, all right.
I mean, they
like,
sort of did it,
Kangaroo
but...
and Genghis Khan, you know? Yeah, it somehow links up. They're not even in the same fucking.
But still,
Should
continent.
be a ground type. Just saying.
I still am
I always thought
upset
he
that
was
Kangaskhan... Khan... I'm still upset that he doesn't have a first form. I really am. I
Imagine
think
if
that
he was
little...
rocking normal quad weak to fighting.
Ooh.
That would suck.
Yay.
All right, go ahead with your number 4.
All right. My number 4 is a Gen 3 Pokemon. His other 2 forms are a pain in the ass to use because they like to fuck around every other turn. And my number 4 is Vigoroth.
I definitely don't like the other 2.
I like
Vigoroth,
that
I
pick, Kev.
I just
Because
wish his ass
Vigoroth
wasn't red.
is so much cooler looking than Slackoth, and he's not as dumb as Slacking.
The other funny thing is, like, he has vital spirit, so he's the complete opposite of the other.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Like,
And I never evolved my Vigoroth. Ever.
Really?
you don't need to.
I would never. No, I never did.
You need to trade.
No, he just...
No, he
I
evolves
just-
at like
what's that?
56 or something ridiculous.
Yeah, it's something ridiculous.
Really?
But I would never let him evolve because I couldn't stand
Why would
slacking.
you?
Slacking is a beast, like a beast attacker.
Again, if you know how to use slacking, he's gonna kill you. Like,
Yeah, but like...
and the nicest attack to
Yeah,
have for him is
slacking is
Giga
really-
Impact or Hyper Beam because you have to wait anyways. So Truant doesn't.
Normal Pokemon have HP.
Yeah, but Vigoroth is an attacker.
If anyone has Chansey or Blissey, Kev.
Well, how he just assumes.
Yeah.
I like them both.
Someday.
I was just going to say, I like them both.
Asshole.
But keep going.
But yeah, I always thought Vigoroth was a fighting type.
If his ass wasn't red, I'd love him.
I always thought Vigoroth was a fighting type.
Well, I didn't think
He-
that made much sense because the other 2 were normal.
Well, no,
so-
I never really registered that they were normal type.
Okay.
But like when I played it the first time, I never
They
really
were
registered. I thought he was a fighting type, and he hit and was fast like a fighting type. And I'm like, this is a fighting type that I can use.
He's the most ironic Pokemon in all of Pokemon.
Oh yeah,
Because
it's a speedy sloth.
it's
Like
like
the fuck.
Slacking or Slackoff, Vigoroth, Vital Spirit, Slacking, Truant, falls asleep. Like, really?
So I think I like Vigoroth a lot. He's a beast when you teach him like Slash or something.
Yeah.
Basically any
And you
normal
can
type
even
of
teach
attack.
him like Night
He looks
Slash.
kind of cool, too.
Any basic like normal.
He looks
type,
better than the
normal
other 2
attack.
forms.
In fact, I
He
think you could
rakes.
teach him Psycho Cut just in case he ever has to go up against a fighting type. But that
Or
might just be
Ghost.
me.
Because
Yeah.
they would actually hit him at least.
No, you just use Night Slash.
Oh right, Night Slash. That's right, I forgot about
So,
that. But yeah, that's my
Jake
number
it.
4.
Okay, let me just finish
or
eating
Shadow
here.
Sneak.
Yeah. My number 4.
Yeah.
And I actually changed this because at first, I believe I had Snorlax. But I'm like, you know what? Let's make Snorlax one of my honorable mentions. So, my new number 4 is Miltank.
Fuck you.
Are you serious? You don't like
Yes.
I fucking hate Miltank. Just because of the fucking gym. I can't.
I know, rollout,
Look.
Whitney.
Fuck.
She's brutal,
Wait, here's
isn't
the
she?
thing. There
Up
was
the
one
ass.
night when you weren't here.
Mhm.
Me and Kev had about an hour debate about Miltank.
You like him?
I love Miltank more than anything in the
Thank
world.
you.
Honestly, I almost put him at number 5. He was one of my honorable mentions, and I was really excited to talk about Miltank. I love Miltank
Fuck.
so much.
Miltank.
He's the cutest thing in the world.
So
He's
much
a
better than
cow.
freaking, what do you call him?
And he's also a beast. He's amazing. Miltank
Yeah?
is freaking awesome. I don't even care that he was a pain in the ass.
Pig.
Psychic type. Why can't I think of his name?
Grumpig?
Grumpig, thank you.
Why would you relate him to Grumpig?
It has nothing to do with
That is-
Grumpig.
They're both alike. I feel like they're just
They're
alike.
both farm animals, therefore they're both like. Is Torchic in there too?
Is Tauros in there?
Funny.
Miltank is a boss.
I'm-
Moo Milk Tank. He is a boss, and Whitney's Milk Tank is a pain in the ass to
I wanna kick Whitney in the face.
especially when you have a
want to kick her in the
Quilava.
face because of her personality.
Yeah,
She
She
cries
cries,
and doesn't-
after you beat her.
And she doesn't give you the badge.
yeah, what a
You
bitch.
kick her. You finally fucking win after you probably like face her 5 times, and then it's like, oh, I'm not gonna give you the badge because I'm a little bitch. Fuck you, Whitney.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
yeah.
Sorry.
But it was
I feel very.
Miltank's a unique Pokemon,
That
Kev.
meme isn't even a joke
Do you know why
Like-
Moo Milk's around?
because of fucking Melting.
Exactly.
Fuck Melting.
And then here's the other thing, okay? That was also the night that Kev introduced me to Rule 34, the website, which apparently Rule 34 of the internet is, if it exists, there is porn of it.
Yep.
So I went on the website because Kev told me to.
I thought it'd
it
be
said,
funny.
hey, type in Miltank, and I was scarred.
Why?
Dramatically. There was nothing but
Don't worry.
naked Miltanks
What?
getting fucked by Tauros.
What?
I thought you would
I'm like-
really enjoy that. Ian.
What
Are you
the
kidding me?
hell is this? I was so upset because I love
Someone
Miltank.
told me about that website at school. And
What
I'm
an
like,
that's whoever created that site is an asshole.
no, it's like everything. Like you type in something and there's something of it.
Like,
Wow.
It's just like, oh
But like I'm like, I bet there's Miltank because Miltank's one of those Pokemon that people would probably.
you could put it.
You know what,
anything.
Kev? Stop hating on
Put a
Miltank.
dart shop
Alright.
and you could find like it's. Oh my
Oh yeah,
god.
no. The worst.
Anyways,
would
it
be
just scared me.
Gardevoir and Lopunny.
Oh god, yeah.
The worst. That they have to be the worst.
Male low bunny. Anyways,
I'm so confused.
and Miltank. I love Miltank.
But yeah, so not a huge fan, but whatever.
My everything.
I'm not gonna hate too much because it's not a bad Pokemon. I hate it because of that gym. I can't not like it. I can't like it because of that. All right, Ian. I think
Is that
you're
it,
up.
or are you?
Oh, I'm done. I'm gonna keep eating my Doritos.
Alright,
but
you
Miltank
do.
is my number 4 because he's sweet.
Okay.
He's sweet.
We're moving on now to number 3. My number 3 was a toughie because I wanted to put him on my flying list. My number 3 is Noctowl.
Ooh,
Alright, nice.
Noctowl is...
good pick.
It's funny. I got a lot of Gen 2s that I possibly could have put on here.
Gen 2 was a good normal generation.
It did have a lot of good ones, but
Fuck
Noctowl
Miltank.
is really cool.
Shut up.
Noctowl is another one of those Pokemon like Sneasel that, you know, obviously reminds me of Nocturnal because it is an owl.
It's an owl.
An owl is also my favorite bird animal.
Also, you could only catch it at night, which was really cool.
Yeah.
When they implemented that.
In fact, other than polar bears, an owl is probably my favorite animal
I'm amazed that Cubchow didn't make it into the ice.
because it
then.
just looks stupid. It's got the nose.
Wow,
thing.
we forgot about them.
The nose thing pisses me off. I can't look.
Yeah.
There was a guy in Wind Waker. There's a little kid with that nose thing.
Yes.
I'm sitting there like, oh my god, clean your nose. Like that is OCD that gets triggered really badly for me.
OCD.
Anyways,
No, anyone would say that. Like, come on,
OCD
blow your
Preflight.
fucking nose. You know what I
OCD
mean?
pre-flight
Like-
gets pissed at the little.
Well,
Anyways.
I can understand it just because it's like supposed to like resemble it having a cold because it's an ice type. Whatever.
Like, no, it's a polar bear. Polar bears don't get colds. Anyways,
I've seen a polar bear. I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could find a polar bear sneezing.
you probably
on the
find
internet.
porn of it. Anyways,
Probably.
Noctowl is so cool.
I do like Noctowl a lot.
It's also pretty fast, pretty powerful, and like I said, one of my favorite animals is owls, and it's really like one of the only ones that's an owl.
It learns psychic moves. Like it's.
Yeah, well, a lot of guys are like that. For example, who's like obviously Hoot Hoot, who by the way,
Little
I
extra
love.
we talked about.
yeah, I like Hoot Hoot is cool. It's not even because his cry is literally Hoot Hoot, and that's also his name. Like Hoot Hoot is just funny, and I like how he has like the clock handles as eyebrows.
First shiny Pokemon I've ever seen. Ash's Noctowl.
Yeah, Noctowl is just awesome. But he's my number 3.
I can understand that. All right, my number 3 is literally a very overlooked Pokemon. Jake says this a lot, but this is an overlooked Pokemon, and my number 3 is Dunsparce.
Okay, I like that pick, Kev.
Well, yeah, no one.
And see,
ever
I thought
fucking-
that Dunsparce was ground for the longest
Me
time.
too.
Yeah,
Me too.
You would not
See,
think
the only
Dunsparce
reason I
is
knew
normal.
he was normal is because I remember in my silver version, I
Okay.
caught him on level 3, knew he was normal, and then I almost started training him and like learning about him and stuff. But because I went to that dark cave that's right outside of Violet City. No,
Yeah,
Violet
between Violet and the second gym.
No, it's before Violet. Because I remember you can catch him on level 3. It's just
You
before
can
Violet.
catch Dunsparce in there?
Yeah.
I never got
Yeah.
Dunsparce.
I walked in there once because I was like, all right, I'm gonna actually explore this cave, and I went in and there's Dunsparce, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? I've never seen it, so I caught it.
I always got my Dunsparce between the first and second gym, that cave in between them.
Yeah, dark. Union Cave.
Yeah.
No. You get
Union Cave.
you get in Dark Cave.
No, I've caught a Dunsparce in there though.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you could also get in Dark Cave, level 3, level 3 to 6.
Yep.
Good to know.
It's awesome. Like I couldn't believe that it was like I didn't know what it was, and it was.
I thought I got mine on level 7. I don't know why.
You might have gotten it in Union Cave then.
Dunsparce is a very weird normal type.
It's also rare as
It's-
fuck because
it's
those are the
very
only
rare.
two places you
Only
can
thing
catch him in
is,
any
I'm
game
really-
ever. I think.
Really conflicted with the fact that why doesn't he evolve or
Yeah, that's
You know
he's
what I
one of those. He's one of those normal types that don't evolve.
it's like
he's-
Shuckle.
Oh, Shuckle should definitely evolve.
Well, Shuckle's not
You know
normal.
what I mean?
But no,
Shuckle's
he's
not
not
normal.
normal.
Oh, I know. I'm
But
just
Shuckle
saying
should
it's
evolve,
similar in that
Um,
case. You know what I mean?
Same. Also, he learns Roost.
Yeah, he learns a lot of weird shit.
He learns a lot of weird
Bite.
shit.
He doesn't have a mouth. He learns bite.
Dunsparce is a really cool normal type. He's. I don't even know what the fuck he is.
He's like Snorunt. No, well, actually, he's actually supposed to be based off of some sort of worm in Japan.
Well, I believe. I get that, but like his fucking wings is a fucking like spike tail.
Yeah, apparently that's like what it looks like. Too.
Seriously?
Yeah,
That's
I'll show
fucking
you.
scary as shit.
Yeah.
I would not want to live there.
Not that cartoony, but it actually looks like it.
But I mean, like, I would be
I don't think
scared
it
as
has
shit if
wings.
there was a fucking flying worm
Yeah.
coming at me. But yeah, I think it's a really cool normal type, and yeah, he's really rare. I like him.
Yeah,
Cool.
literally, Dark Cave and now that I found out Union Cave are the only two place you can catch him in any video
Any game.
Literally. So, go ahead, Jake.
All right, my number 3 is Tauros. That's probably Ian's number 1 or number 2.
Ian is.
So sorry for ruining everything.
I
But
was so happy because normal was going to be
Taurus
right.
is
You
sick.
think so?
No.
It's a Gen 1.
So
You pick a
underrated.
Gen 1. Jake's gonna pick
So underrated. Everyone
underrated.
overlooks Taurus.
Ash
And
catches like 50 of them.
yeah, he caught like a whole herd of Taurus. But besides the point, Taurus is a strong Pokemon. I mean, he can learn Fire Blast. He can learn. What else can he learn? Any good thing? No. I don't
Sure,
even
you
know.
can learn
But
something.
yeah, Taurus is good. And the thing is, I have a Blaine's Taurus card,
Moo milk.
which is
Fuck
cool.
you.
And the conversation has stopped.
Jake's got a text, can't multitask.
No, I can't multitask at all.
Ooh,
The
I
second
got
I
a
see
text too.
something, I'm like, ooh, point! And I look, and it's just, But Taurus is my number 3. A rare Pokemon, another Safari Zone Pokemon. And I like that you can actually get him in the later games, and they have made him more available in the later games.
What games can you get
No.
Tauros?
What are you talking about, man?
Can't you catch like a Taurus on level 28 in one game? Or am I not? Oh wow, I might be just.
Maybe.
Let's all go to the lobby.
Let's all go to the lobby. All right,
I'm
guys.
sure-
let's
I-
forget
no,
this.
so I
honestly,
just
Jake,
go with
I don't
number
know if you're right. I don't remember.
Really?
No, I don't really.
What am I
remember
thinking
that.
I think
Maybe
we
just
should
the
just
Safari
move
Zone.
on. Because I don't know what...
All right. Well, I feel like Taurus is starting to get some more attention.
Probably, but I'm like.
Where
Guys,
are you
fuck it.
basing that
Ian,
on?
go.
I know what you're basing that on. Anyways,
You're right.
my number
Sorry.
2
No, you're right. I think you're right.
is
I'm just not familiar.
Pokemon we already talked about, Sawsbuck.
What were you talking about?
I love Sawsbuck.
I'm waiting for someone to
I'm
say
alone.
Stantler.
I'm alone here in Sawsbuck, so go ahead.
Alright. My number 2 is a artificial Pokemon that I always thought was psychic. Never would have guessed he was normal, and that would be Porygon Z. Didn't go with Porygon 1 or 2. Porygon Z.
Porygon 1.
I don't like Porygon Z.
I'm sorry.
As much.
Porygon 2. I went with Porygon Z. It's so weird looking. Like Porygon Z is so out there. It's like Porygon. The original Porygon is all pixelated and blocky, and
Porygon 2 is a duck.
Porygon 2 it becomes slim. It's like technology is catching up. It's becoming slim, sleek, and then Porygon Z, Porygon 2
It
broke.
malfunctioned.
It broke and is all woo 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 woo. And I'm doing some crazy
what's
shit
gonna
with my
happen.
hands right now.
To technology in the future.
Yeah, it's like virtual. I guess it's. I miss. It could.
This is not me
reality.
being nostalgic or anything, or me being like, oh, Gen 1's the best. I honestly think Porygon is the best of the 3.
I can understand.
You see, I think Porygon 2 is.
I like Porygon Z a lot. My Porygon Z, and I want to say Pearl. He knows Thunder. He knows.
Oh well, yeah,
Psychic,
you could teach him pretty much
he
anything. You
knows
give him download. It's
Ice
ridiculous.
Beam. He's a beast and a half.
Yeah.
He's so special, such a good special attacker, especially
He's so
for a
sexy.
normal type of all things. That I like him a lot, and I think he's a really cool Pokemon.
Right.
Well, Kev, this is just awkward.
Porygon 2.
I have Porygon 2 as my number 2. Lol.
Right. Well, we're on number
and-
3. Jacob.
No,
we're on
number 2.
My
Number
bad.
2, Kev.
You might wanna
Porygon
take
2.
that belt off. It's restricting some blood to your brain.
I think I first started to like Porygon 2 and Pokemon Stadium 2. A whole lot of 2 is here. Because he knew Zap Cannon, and I thought that was so
He's in
cool.
Super Smash Bros. 2.
It's like
there
they're
it is.
going for a gimmick or
It's
something.
like they're related.
It's like the Illuminati.
Don't no.
Anyways, Porygon 2 is very unique and different, just like all the Porygons are. And when I first saw that Porygon was evolving, I was like, wow, they paid attention to Porygon. That's so cool. Like,
That
Holy
she
cow.
is so sexy.
yeah. And it's actually genderless, so he, she, that doesn't even matter.
It is so sexy.
Yes. But it's like a duck.
All day, every day.
And it's a robot, and it's just... I don't even know. It's just so cool. I love Porygon 2. Enough said. Ian, go.
My number 1 is fucking Tauros. I love Tauros.
You sound so depressed.
I am, because I can't get one number 1 to myself. Literally, Rayquaza and Entei, best friends for life. Everything else fucking sucks.
Well, this is one of the reasons why, with my list is I went with Pokemon that I knew you guys, I liked, and I knew you guys wouldn't pick, just so we didn't have as many repeats.
But I like these guys, so, Tauros is awesome.
I'm not saying that the people I'm picking for, my number 1s and stuff, and repeats I have aren't, my
He
favorite
has
Pokemon, but...
3 tails. Yes.
And they're all
And the thing
arrow-headed.
is, the little jewel he's got on his forehead always reminded me of, that's what he uses when he uses Fire Blast or whatever.
Hyper Beam.
He's awesome.
He's like that. He's like
Arrow
that.
Blast.
He's like that dude from Avatar: The Last Airbender who had the third eye in the middle of his head, and it's just
Yeah.
Hey,
He's
quick question.
so cool.
Is Lugia the only Pokemon that knows Arrow Blast?
Aero Blast is kind of done now. Aero Blast isn't really a thing. I'm sure someone else can learn Aero Blast, but
I'm guessing someone else can. But
I doubt anyone
uses it.
I doubt it's even a move anymore. There are a lot of moves like that.
I guess kind of died.
Yeah.
Anyways, I like Tauros is just
present.
the cooler version of Bouffalant. Because I don't think Bouffalant is as cool as Tauros, even though he's got an afro and everything.
Buffalon is alright.
Bouffalant's got its place, but Tauros is just so awesome.
He's not a bad Pokemon, but he's kind of like the Tauros of 5th gen, and just doesn't cut it when it comes in comparison to Tauros. I'll agree with that.
Alright, go ahead, Kev.
My number 1 might be a little bit obvious at this point with all the evolutions I have as number one. My number one is Eevee. I think Eevee.
Were you waiting for me to like say something bad about that?
No, I wasn't expecting. I knew
you looked over at me like, whoa.
I knew you weren't gonna say anything bad just because it's a Gen 1 Pokemon.
Well, I like Eevee. Eevee's the one who started this all off here, Kev.
Eevee is one of the most unique Pokemon ever. There will be no other unique Pokemon like Eevee. Eevee will be present in every single generation of any Pokemon, and you can take me on record, he will always be in this fucking game.
Yeah.
Why? Because he'll eventually be able to turn into every single fucking type of Pokemon. He will be able to turn into every single type, all 17.
I can't wait to see a flying type. I can't wait, because I want to see what the fuck they're going to come up with.
I know, right? But it will happen.
Dunsparce is going to be the flying type.
But they're going to have an evolution of every single type. I'm amazed that they haven't even made just a regular leveling up Eevee. Like a normal type.
Oh, they don't need that. They don't need that shit.
I'm surprised they haven't done it yet, though.
They're not going to.
They could, though. That's like the thing. Like, they could definitely do it. Even though they kind of ruined their chances with the Espeon Umbreon.
Ghost and Rock, next two.
Yeah.
That's my picks.
There was a thing on Pokemon hinting at the new Eevee, I guess. It's like, it was like a purple color, I guess. So it could be Ghost.
Ghost and Rock, next two.
Ghost, possibly Dragon, which would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, they're gonna wait on Dragon.
When there becomes a Dragon Eevee, I will shit myself. Literally, this basement floor will be covered in shit.
Well, you won't be here when that happens. Alright, Jake.
But I love Eevee. He's adorable. Yay, Eevee. Eevee's for life.
Okay. My number one is a flying and normal type.
Oh, Audino.
Pidgeot. And Pidgeot is very original. I know. Everyone's like, oh, Pidgeot.
The fuck is that?
I don't know,
who
Kev.
the fuck is doing that, Jake?
I don't know, Kev. I'm a little overtired right now. I don't even know why, but I am. So, Pidgeot is my number one because I thought that Pidgeot looked so cool. Like, just his long little, whatever you call feathers on top that go down. He was a cool looking bird type Pokemon. And that was the first bird type besides Articuno that I really liked.
The ass just like, go away.
I wasn't a huge fan of Pharaoh. You know, I wasn't a huge fan. Farfetch'd is okay.
I like Fearow, and I'll talk about him when I get to the
But,
World Nature Mentions.
I mean, Pidgeot is just, he's different, you know? And 3 evolution guy, which is really cool. And when you get him, he's worthwhile. He has a good attack. Like, his attack is very good. So
Because originally in the games there was only attack.
yeah, so. But Pidgeot's my number one.
All right.
Based on coolness.
Well, I would like to personally thank Kevin and Jacob for taking every single one of my honorable mentions that I was so excited about.
I told you
two.
you were going to get ripped apart, dude.
Like I said, Miltank, Lanoon, Furret, Pidgeot. Those are only... I have 2 more that I want to mention, but you guys go first.
Alright.
With some.
I personally really like Pharaoh. And I feel like Pharaoh is a Pokemon that you're not supposed to like because of the anime. The anime makes you hate Sparrows and it makes you hate Fearows.
Oh, I was rooting for the Sparrows the whole time, but that's just me.
It makes thank you.
Ian hates Ash.
I hope they pluck his fucking heart out. But
When you were growing up, though, like when you first watched the anime,
No, I still hate
I
him.
still hated him.
That's impressive. It made you.
I didn't hate Pikachu. I just wanted him to die
I can understand that.
immediately.
Now I just don't like Pikachu either.
Yeah, well, no, now I don't either.
But I felt like when you're growing up, you were meant to hate Sparrow, you were meant to hate Fearow just because of the anime. And in all honesty, like, he's a really good Pokemon.
Yeah.
He's a really cool looking, good Pokemon.
You were meant to hate Pharaoh and love Pidgeot.
Yeah.
But the problem is, because I had to sit through all those episodes of Pidgeotto screaming his ass off. I hated
And
Pidgeotto.
until like halfway through the anime when he just stopped using them all together, except for Whirlwind to get rid of Team Rocket's.
Well, you can just use Bulbasaur for that.
Well, yeah, Bulbasaur is Beast in Whirlwind.
Unbelievable.
The
Okay.
anime is awful, but we'll talk about this later.
Honorable mentions, Lickitung. And I'm going to give an honorable mention for probably the stupidest Pokemon, one of the stupidest Pokemon ever created besides Keldeo. Licky
you.
Licky.
Fuck you, first of all.
Like, what a dumb Licky Licky. What a stupid name, first of all. Second of all, you just made Lickitung even more
I
of
have
a
to admit, I think that's the worst name for an
Licky
episode.
Licky is an awful name.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm bitching about
Chansey,
him
Blissey,
making fun of Keldeo, though.
Alright,
Porygon,
my two, which we did already do. My two honorable mentions that have not been taken yet.
Chatot.
Other than I can go off
Chatot
on.
is an amazing
I can go off on
Pokemon.
Linoone for hours. I love Linoone. Persian, for one. I like him because he's like the only pure, like, I'm a cat with a jewel. Fuck you.
yeah.
Persian, and then
Alright.
Zangoose.
Ooh. Nice.
Now here's the thing. My number 5 pick was between Ursaring, Miltank, and Zangoose. I love Zangoose. You can shut the fuck up.
I don't like
Love Zangoose.
Regigigas.
He is so powerful. He's got that badass face, just like
and
Ursaring.
Vigoroth should be in the same line.
No,
Yay.
no, just because
Yeah,
they look
they
alike
should.
doesn't mean they need to be in the same line.
They really... Like, Vigoroth doesn't fit in Slack.
Zangoose is
Zangoose and Vigoroth are like the same
Gen
Pokemon,
6?
only Zangoose is a little bit bigger.
for Gen 6. They need a Survivor and a Zangoose evolution.
Survivor
just watch
sucks,
them.
cock.
Oh, I hate you.
No, I hate him because he killed my starter Pokemon in my Nuzlocke run.
Good, because Survivor is
But granted,
awesome.
granted, it was a profile, so I
Everyone,
didn't care as much.
Literally everyone forgets about those two. I love those two so much. I had a Zangoose. His attack was ridiculously off the charts.
I hated Zangoose. I'm sorry. I hated Zangoose so much.
Oh, Zangoose.
Because I had Vigoroth. So
I
I was a
love him.
Vigoroth fan over Zangoose.
He is my best pal.
But I can understand why you'd like him.
He's got the Zorro mark on his fucking chest.
Alright, well.
Anyways,
this is
next
the
time.
end to normal, and we'll be hitting up Poison next.
Yeah, bye.